Welcome back to the channel, guys. Making a kind of update video here on the blowing 3 valve here. I wanted to record more of this, but honestly, getting the supercharger off is a pain in the ass. There's so much stuff you gotta do, the stuff all taken apart. It was too hard to film. I do gotta fix stuff like this that somebody had combobulated together. But I had all this shit off to get to this point of trying to get the harmonic balancer off. FYI, I've never been a tremendous fan of 3 valve engines, just my opinion. And this is why. I go to take off the power steering pulley or pump, and if you've ever worked on a Ford modular engine, you know that there's 4 bolts on them, and the one underneath the power steering line is an absolute pain in the ass to get off. This one, Ford only has 3 bolts on it. I was happy. I was like, oh, cool. Got rid of that stupid bolt and just had 3 normal ones. I was like, awesome. Well, I go to pull off the harmonic balancer, and guess what? The bolt holes you use to get the damn thing off, this doesn't have those. And I went and checked on our other 3 valve, and even 3 valve has the provisions for that. So you gotta use a 3-jaw puller, which I don't have. I have a 2-jaw puller, which is way too small to fit on that. So I gotta frickin' go screw out tomorrow and buy a 3-jaw puller for it to get that off. Then I can get the timing cover off. The reason I'm doing that for, we got all this shit taken apart, and the camshafts actually look pretty good. A little dirty in there, but nothing strange. However, it's really hard to see, but as you can tell right here, there's a gap there. Well, that should not be this loose. This timing chain has tons and tons and tons of play into it on the side. It's not even remotely touching that guide. I want to get this off. I have a feeling a guide has broken or the tensioner has blown out, and the slapping, knocking noise we heard was the chain slapping the front cover. As you can tell, there's oil all over this thing, so it would not surprise me if it had worn its way through and cracked the cover and started to leak oil out. I was really hoping to get the cover off tonight. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, but as you can tell, I didn't get that far. So tomorrow when I wake up, I will be getting a 3-jaw puller, pulling off that dampener, and then pull the timing cover off and see. I'll make a video of what we got. Cams look good though, rockers, all that stuff look good on here. Well, roller followers, sorry, and the lash adjusters all look good. What we did notice too is on the spark plugs we had pulled out. I messed them up. But the number 4 was soaked in gas. And I mean soaked, like you pull it out of the engine, it was soaking in gas. And then same with 5 and 8 were also soaked in gas. Now I've wiped them off because they smelled so bad, but I mean these things were just like dripping in raw fuel. So we had 3 cylinders not firing. So I'm not sure if we have 2 separate issues or if the timing is way off from the chains being loose. But I'm not really sure. So like I said, when we get in there, we'll look and find out. We did run the car after we did the oil change on it, and it was a horrible knocking sound. But it honestly sounded like a metal-on-metal front cover noise, and that's why I suspected chain guides or something, and that kind of proves it right there. There's an issue right there. So when we get it apart tomorrow, I'll make a video on that to show you guys what it looks like. I will say, if you're considering buying the Paxton Novi supercharger kit, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying if you decide to put that on here, you can't get the belt on or off without taking the whole kit off, because this thing here bolts to the front cover and the block. So the belt, you cannot get on or off without taking this whole assembly and moving it out of the way. It's very compact, and there is so much stuff. Coolant hoses everywhere and air vacuum hoses everywhere. It's a pretty intricate kit, and I'm not saying not do it. I'm just saying that if you do, it literally just, you really can't work on anything in the engine. Horsepower, obviously, over easeability. But I'm just going to say that I personally would have a supercharger that sits on top of the motor, just for space sake. I don't think they make that for a 3-valve, or unless it's a Celine, but just something to think about before you go and do that. It takes up a heck of a lot of room in here, and it makes everything a pain in the ass to get a work around. And all the stuff gets relocated different areas, and more coolant hoses, and power steering hose gets relocated over here because the reservoir goes over here now versus being over there. And so just something to think about. But other than that, that's kind of where we're at now, is get all this stuff taken off and down to this point. So hopefully we'll take this apart tomorrow and we'll find out we got a bad chain guide or tensioner or something, and go from there. So I'll talk to you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.